Hello, how you doing? We're still in Mercury retrograde, and I'm really bad with my production. I just need a pillow real quick. Hang on. I'm better now. How you doing? Me? You know, hanging out in Dharma, my shuttlecraft, next to a beautiful creek, right below Eureka in Montana. Like, I mean, literally Canada's right there. And yeah, gonna do some fly fishing here. This is kind of like squatting. It's unofficial. It's a national forest, but right off the road. You know, I'm not gonna make a campfire or nothing, but it's what it is. Right off of 93. It's nice. There's some campgrounds south, but I don't feel like paying. I'm not paying if I don't have to, because I'm Pope. You know. Speaking of poor, I wanted to talk about homelessness or people that are just in pain and misery and suffering, and you see them on the street all the time, especially if you're in the cities. I want to talk about one story. I think I might have mentioned it before. Um, when I went to see my dad for a minute, and boy, is he swimming in a sea of misery. Well, he was. I'm not sure what he's doing now, but yeah, just after the election, he's a big Trump supporter, and he just talk about trust issues, right? He doesn't trust anybody anymore. He's just really in a dark place because of what you know, he's allowing into his energy, and it's a lot. It affects him personally. But anyway, I'm staying with my dad, which was really hard for me being an empath. It was just really painful for me just to be around my father, right? And I was going to McDonald's to get something to eat before I was getting ready to leave and go back on my journey. And I pull up, and there's this lady. She had to have been like maybe in her early 30s, but she looked like crap because she'd been through it, doing drugs and whatnot. And she was sitting there eating a meal and just crying, just uncontrollably. And she was trying to eat this food, and she was just crying. It was just like I could see the look on her face, just abstract misery. Just it was tough to watch. And I was trying not to fall apart watching her because I was like I backed in, and there was the front of the building, and she was sitting next to it, the door, like about five, maybe 10 feet away from the door. She had her little cart with her things in it. But yeah, she was. It was just look on her face. It wasn't an act. She wasn't trying to put on a show to get money. But she was eating. She was trying to eat, I think. And so I had to pull my shit together because I was going to go in there and get some Big Macs, which is kind of like it's like crack to me. It's like when you're out in the woods and I just wanted something really high protein and just junk food. It was Big Macs, extra pickles, no lettuce because that was just crap. But so I had to keep it together. So I go in and order. So I walk past her and I see her, and she's just in her own misery. She's not paying attention to nobody. So I go inside and I ordered my food. And right after I ordered my food, I went back outside and I gave her $40. And I said, "Don't give up." That's all I could think of saying without, try not to break down and just try to. I just had to get away from her because I would have broken down. I was like, I just looked at her and I said, "Don't give up." And I walked away and got my food and left. And when I came back out from getting my food, she was gone. and and I don't know what she did with the money. I don't care. I just wanted her to have some kind of hope that she's not alone and people give a shit, right? So I told my dad this. Poor, like I said, he has trust issues. He was just, I wouldn't have done it. I would have watched and see what she does. I'm like, it's like because he just doesn't. People aren't trusting anymore. They don't. The empathy level is drained, but they're out there. They need help. They need love, reassurance, even if it's something little. Not disdain, not treating them like they don't exist, like they're a ghost. And I've seen that. I'm from the city. I've seen how people treat homeless people, especially when they're mentally ill. and they're in the middle of their little rants, and people just act like they don't exist. They walk right by them like they're invisible, and it's like it hurts my heart to see it. It just breaks my heart. I'm like, so if you have money, give. What the hell are you gonna do with it anyway, right? It's important to have an egg. It's important to have your own little stability. I understand that. You have rent to pay and bills and whatever. But if you have money and you know there's people out there, maybe that's what you do. Maybe that's your journey. If you have cash, go out there and give it. Just go around looking for people that you can tell, or you don't have to just go around and give it a crackhead, because some people just need medical help. They need facilities. If you want to donate the facilities to get these people off of the fentanyl, which is a whole different thing, but that in itself is a really dirty secret going on in the world. Fentanyl, yeah, whatever the fuck that is. I'm sorry, I don't do it. I've never done it, but apparently it's killing people, a lot of people, and I think it might have killed a friend of mine. I'm not sure about that. I got to look into that, but yeah, a lot of people are dying from this. They're ODing because they're doing heroin and mixing it with other crap or whatever. I don't know, but the world needs to change, and people need to care and get involved. And if you have money, give. Even if it's a little bit. You don't have to. I'm poor. I'm homeless, living in my vehicle, but I had savings. I was blessed. If you're blessed with anything, you give a little, even if it's a little. I mean, that's the way I am. That's why I've never been rich. I've always given. Last time I got a big sum of money, I gave to people thousands of dollars. But that's my nature. I can't have money and roll in it and knowing people are in pain and suffering. Anyway, enough about Robin Hood, right? Care. That's all I'm asking. Love. Be empathetic. Tell other people about empathy. Preach this to other people. Tell your friends if they're not. Just say, if you see them being, snubbing people or turning their nose up, just say that could be you. That could be anybody. And poor people don't deserve to be poor. They don't deserve to be mentally ill. These are just people, a lot of them veterans. And post-traumatic stress disorder comes in a lot of ways, and it does mimic the dark night of the soul, where you can't be around people, you don't trust nobody, back to the wall kind of thing. That's post-traumatic stress disorder too. So it's not just dark night of the soul. So vets are dealing with that too. So love your neighbor, love your friend, love your family, but let them know it's a serious issue, and to care. The more we care, the better it's going to be. Love. That's the answer, right? Cool. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Hopefully it's a positive story. I love you guys. I can't wait to make a movie out of all this. Adam Sandler, we're going to talk, babe. Because, I'll play myself because I'm funny, but, Adam would be a great director. He's so funny, and he'd help a lot. Anyway, just a thought. Roll it over. Love you guys. Love and light, people. Have a wonderful day. Okay, bye. Be strong for me, and I'll be strong for you. Okay, bye. And this is where I'm at. Sorry, I guess I should do it real quick.